Hi, boys and girls. So we're going to be doing topic 16, which is about personal financial literacy. Okay, so I'm going to go over some vocabulary words. Some of them we'll know and some of them we won't. The first one is spending. So spending is trading money for goods or services. Okay, so we know that say you want to buy a toy. Okay, well, you have to spend a certain amount of money to get your toy. Okay, so that's spending. We should know that. Next one is sharing. So sharing is giving money to charity or other people. So you can donate money to charity. That's would be considered sharing. Okay, sharing can also be like, let's say your brother or sister asks for $10 and you give them $10. Okay, that's also sharing. Okay, next one we have is saving. Saving is putting money aside to buy something in the future. Okay, so right now, since you guys are young, okay, if you want to save money, you can put it in a piggy bank, or you can put it in a jar or something that you know is going to be safe. Okay, you want to, let's say your parents tell you, okay, well, we can buy you this game, but you need to save your allowance. You need to save your money, so you would save it in a piggy bank. Okay. Next, we have expenses. Expenses are amounts of money spent. So, for example, here we have this paper and it says expenses. I have pet food, $25. I have a subscription, which is like a subscription to Disney Plus. It's $14.55. I have a movie, costs $14.75. And if I want to buy a gift for somebody, it's $7.99. Okay. All of these things cost money. Those are expenses. Those are things that you have to buy. They're your expenses. Okay. Next, we have different kinds of expenses. First, we have fixed expenses. Okay. So fixed expenses, they occur on a regular basis. Okay. So you can say that's why they're called fixed. The price of them never changes. It's usually the same price, okay? And it happens regularly. Like either it happens once a week, once a month, and it's always the same price, okay? So for example, let's say your parents have to get pet food at least once a week. Well, it's always going to be the same price. So pet food's always going to be $25. Okay? Let's say that once a month your parents have to pay for the Disney Plus. It's always going to be the same price, $14.95. Okay? These are fixed expenses. They happen regularly, and they're always going to be the same price. They don't change. Okay? But now we go into variable expenses. I remember this by saying, okay, variable sounds like varies. What I mean by that, I mean variable expenses are expenses that they don't happen regularly, and they're not always the same price. Okay, so for example, you wouldn't go to a movie very often, and when you go to a movie, sometimes the prices can change for it. Okay, it doesn't always have to be $14.75. Same thing for a gift. Okay, you don't always have to buy a gift, and when you do, it's not always going to be $7.99. It might change. The prices for these two might vary. That's why it's called variable expensive. It's not always going to be the same price. Another example for variable expenses is like groceries. If your parents get groceries once a month or once a week, the groceries is not always going to be the same price. 1 week they can spend $50 on groceries because maybe your parents don't need that much food this week. Another week they can end up spending $100 on groceries, because maybe they are running out of more stuff in the kitchen. So variable expenses, the prices always vary. Okay. Next one we have is financial institution. A financial institution is a bank. Okay. So your parents, they put all their money in a bank. Because if you don't put your money in, because your parents, they make a lot of money in order to support you guys. And they cannot just leave all of their money at home because somebody can easily steal it or they can lose it or something can happen to it. So they put all their money in a bank, okay? In a bank, the bank keeps your money safe, okay? If you want to save your money, the bank will also do that. The bank is like a huge piggy bank, okay? It also saves your money. So maybe in the future, your parents want to get a car, they can get a car with the money they saved in the bank. Let's say that you can also make a loan in the bank. So let's say your parents want to get a car, but they can't afford the whole car right now. Well, they can take out a loan to help them pay for the car, and they just have to pay the loan back. Okay, the bank does all of this for us. Next word we have is deposit. So deposit deals with a bank. So when your parents, when they go to work, maybe in a week or in a month, they get a check. And this check is just the money that they get for doing the job that they do. And so when they get their check, they need to put it in the bank. When your parents go and put the check in the bank to put their money in their bank, that is called deposit. They are depositing the check into the bank. They're depositing money into their bank account. Okay, that is called deposit. Okay, let's see. Next one. So next one we have is withdrawal. This is the same thing goes with the bank. So let's say that your family wants to go to a flea market, okay, to buy stuff, just to look around and buy stuff. And let's say the flea market doesn't accept credit cards, okay? So that way, because they don't accept credit cards, your parents can go to the bank and withdraw a certain amount of money, okay? So withdrawal just means to take money out of your bank account. So they can withdraw $45, they can withdraw $20, they can withdraw $10, they can withdraw $100. Withdrawal just means they're taking money out of their bank account. Okay. Next one is balance. So balance is just the amount of money in your bank account. Okay, so if your parents go to the bank and they ask, I want to know what my balance is. Excuse me. They're just asking, I want to know how much money do I have in my bank account. Okay, that's the balance. Like for example, here with this picture, it's saying that their balance is $130. And then it's saying that they took out $45. And then it says they deposited, so they put back $65 in their bank. And so now their new balance is $150. Okay. Next, we have receipts. So receipts are just the total money taken in. So every time you buy something, you get a receipt saying how much you bought, okay? And the next one is profit. So profit is the difference between expenses and receipts. So profit's a little bit difficult. It's like profit is the money gained from a sale after expenses. Okay, so it's like profit deals with, like, let's say somebody is paying you to make really pretty bracelets. Okay, well, you have to go to the store and buy the string for the bracelets. You got to buy the beads. You got to buy the gems. You got to buy all this stuff. And out of your own money, out of your own pocket, buying the beads, buying everything you need to make the bracelet costs you, let's say, $50, okay? And so you had to spend that much money to buy this, to make this bracelet. So once you are done making it, let's say that you will sell it for $80, okay? So you had to, in order to make the bracelet, you had to buy all this stuff. It cost you $80. I mean, $80. It cost you $50. And then once it was time to sell it, you sold it for $80, okay? So then you would subtract those two numbers, and whatever you get would be your profit, okay? So those are the vocabulary words for topic 16, okay? Because it's really important that we know them because they're going to be in the topics.